Hey everybody, this is Camilo from Trending Waves. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Today I'd like to review Netflix. So reason why is because Netflix has been in sorry, I lose my words sometimes, in consolidation for some time now. I say several weeks. And yesterday it reported earnings and it beat and it also surprised. So therefore it gapped up about 10% today, and it rallied up another 5-7%. And also today was the inauguration for President Joe Biden, so that also helped push the stock market up because a lot of the institutional investors on Wall Street are eager to see his 100-day plan. And so yeah, that's what happened today. There were some good gains across the board. And so let me do some quick analysis on Netflix. As you guys know, I use Elliott wave theory as my preferred technical analysis for tracking markets, and right now I'm in the daily time frame. So we uptrend, we did a big impulse on wave 3, right? And then we corrected it into wave 4 in the ABC corrective fashion, a flat. And then now we did a wave 1 impulse. Then we corrected down in wave 2. This was during March COVID. And then due to a lot of the stay-at-home rules that were in place, Netflix ramped up because everybody started watching Netflix. Subscriptions went up high. After that, we consolidated for, let's see, how long was this? We did roughly 135 days of consolidation, moving sideways, and then we started moving up in impulsive. So let me take you in. Let me zoom in here. I'm gonna bring it down to the 1-hour chart. Actually, before I do that, so I want to give a quick projection as to where wave 5 will sort of end. So if we do a quick fib extension from the start of wave 1 to the top of wave 1 down in 2, right, we can see that wave 3 was in fact spot on the 200% extension of wave 1, which is appropriate. So then we did, let me see, let me just fill this in for us. So this is down in A, up in B, down in C. We can count 3 waves here, 3 waves up over here, and 3 waves down to finish C. Let's confirm. Let's see where this wave 4 had to finish. So the way we figure this out is that we take now a retracement, and we go to retrace on wave 3, and sure enough, spot on 38.2% extension, which is textbook on the wave 4. And as I keep on mentioning in my videos, so the guideline of alternation, right? So wave 2 was directional, wave 4 was in a sideways corrective format. So that's appropriate. This whole count interpretation is valid from the yellow wave standpoint. Now, the question is, where do we go from here? So we see that this gapped up some, let's see, roughly 18%, right? That's huge. So this obviously confirms a new trend, given that it broke above the extreme of wave 3. So what happens next is that I'm going to take you down to the 1-hour time frame to get a closer look into this wave structure. So the way I see it here is that we have 5 waves up in 1. I was going to use this, but actually no. I downloaded it today, and it gives me the opportunity to look at that, to do some drawing, but I'll do that for educational videos. But for now, I'm going to focus on trying to give a forecast as to where wave 5 should end and where Netflix can go from here. So if we were to count, right, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for wave 1, and then ABC corrective, A, B, and C, right? So that's wave 2, 3, wave 4 will fall somewhere here, obviously not going beyond the extreme of wave 1, and then wave 5. All right, so that's where it's at right now. So let's see. Let's take a look at where wave 4 should end, if in fact this was, I mean, this is an acceleration gap, right? And to be fair, we should be going higher. Let's see. So if I do, yeah, let's do a retracement from here, from the low wave 2 to the top of wave 3, and we can say that perhaps we will fall somewhere between the 23 and the 68%. Again, this wave 2, we have to keep on looking at this as in the guidelines of alternation. So wave 2 was directional, so we can expect that maybe wave 4 would be sideways. But relatively speaking, we may fall within the 38% retracement, just because this whole extension here, wave 4, also did the same. Doesn't mean that it will be relatively exact, but it will fall within the same category. So also keep in mind that we have a trend line here that we could retest. So we can do something like this, right? So we can go back down to retest it and then go up into wave 5. Okay, so once we complete wave 4, we can forecast where wave 5 will be. But before we do that, what we can do is that we can start analyzing it by taking some extensions from the higher degrees. So I'm going to take us back to the daily time frame. I'm going to reset this. And what I'm going to do here is to understand where wave 5 of the intermediate degree is going to fall, is that we're going to do an extension from wave 2 up in 3 to down in 4, and our first target would be somewhere between the 61.8% extension, which is the golden pocket. Okay, so obviously this can go higher, but our first zone, our first target could be within this area. So I'm going to highlight this, okay, and we call that. So, but again, we wouldn't know. We will need to confirm it, right, once we get wave 4, okay, so that we can see where there's a cluster of fib numbers, where there's a clustering, so that we can see that there's some level of resistance, right? So if, let's say, for instance, wave 4 were to finish, excuse me, let's go back down here to the 1 hour. Say wave 4 was somewhere here, and we do this, right? Then we start seeing that the 650, 645 to 630 area could be our first level of resistance, right? In the wave 5. So that's what I mean. Well, that's what I mean when I say a cluster of fibs. So once we see some confluence between these two levels, then we can start expecting some level of resistance. All right, that's a little bit educational for you guys. All right, so that's it. That's pretty much what we can expect. Obviously, this run was huge. We may continue up. Who knows? Only time will tell. This week we will find out. If we do retrace back, we may retest this line, the trend line, and then we may go up higher. But until then, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm just going to sit back, just keep an eye on this, and once we confirm wave 4, then I can safely and comfortably say that I'm going to jump on board to ride wave 5. All right, well, that's it for tonight, and really appreciate you guys watching once again. Thank you so much. You guys give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. That'll really help me out in growing it. Okay, thank you, and have a good night.